What's going on, guys? I'm the Fallen Sanctum, and today gonna get that hairbrush in because we're doing a Vanguard tutorial on how to play the fish pussy. Now, if you never played fish pussy before, it's okay. It's an elitist deck, anyways. It's not meant for scrubs. But if you want to try it out, don't try out my version. Like, try out my version, but try the low rarity version because it's gonna be expensive to test the deck out. Now, pros and cons before we get into the lovely fish pussy deck profile. Well, I did the deck profile. Combos for fish pussy. This is like Riviere fish pussy. It's literally, it's just Riviere. Like I play Coral, I play duos, I play a bunch of stuff, but I've only got Riviere built today. Uh, there's the Asuna dagger. You can see like a little blue smidge or whatever under the pillow. That's where the rest of the Bermuda cards are at. I just haven't touched them yet. And oh yeah, we got a one of the new high rarity editions that came in the mail, and I am really happy to add the wedding rare, the wedding SP, Leona, hand in hand Leona, to my deck. Yeah, one more card. There's like a million more cards left. All right, so pros and cons of Riviere. Great early game. Draws a fuck ton of cards. Restands or rear guard. Cons. Hates Honolulu. Honolulu is the biggest little bunny bitch that you could ever ask for. Like, have you ever been in class and there's this one person you really don't like, and they often answer the teacher's question, and every time they talk, it's like your mind, like, you just use mind blown, bro. It's like, yeah, pretty much. That's every time I see a Honolulu, I see my boy Ricky Ban, like he's the Grand Blue God of Montreal. Slaps one Honolulu, two Honolulus, yo. I'm waiting for the day that he slaps four Honolulus on the field. He's like, yep, 4 counterblasts every attack. It's like, the fuck, man, the fuck, fucking crazy ass shit. Fucking, now he plays 2 Honolulus. What if he's gonna play 3 Honolulus? Yeah, what am I gonna do, Steve? Fucking hate Honolulu. But that's why we have anti-Honolulu text. If you want to check out our support system for the cards we know and love, make sure to check out my previous deck profile on the lovely fish pussies. Link will be in the description below, or you can type in the Fallen Sanctum, and it's probably one of my videos that has the most views. So, wahoo! Anyways, let's get into it. Alright. So first and foremost, I'm gonna get to the point and get to the more interesting combos first before the basic bitch combos, because I've seen on my YouTube algorithm that people tend to just skip into parts of my video to find the interesting part. So if I do the interesting part, I'll get more watch time, and then people are just gonna click off, like they always do, anyways. So, so first and foremost, the interactions with the strides. Right. So I'm running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different strides, and 4 different G guards. These are duplicates. Alright, so let's get into this. Oh, what am I doing with this low rarity Leona? It's up for sale, by the way. PM me if you want it. Luke Terry on Facebook. I ain't got time for that because I got my new milk and honeys. Alright, so basically the strides work really well with 2 cards, but I'm going to take out these support cards that are used with the G guards as well. Is that it? Sorry guys, I like talking to myself. It makes me feel important in life. Yeah, okay, alright. Okay, so I've got I'm gonna go over these legendary 5 cards, known as the Elite 5 in my deck, and this is basically let's go with the support, like the intricate defensive combos. You guys are gonna see it's very basic. Why is it very basic? Because my clan doesn't do anything. It just does one thing really well. You'll understand that in a bit. It does another thing decently well, and then it sucks at doing these next few things. Defending against the opponent. Jesus. Alright. So you know how we got them 50k shields, 30k shields, 40k shields, you know. Now, best I'll ever get is it's a cheeky 30k, but I gotta give up some good resources for a cheeky 30k. Or if I have the Great Wall of Ching Chong Town, bro. Alright, so let's go over my G-Guards and what they're used for, right? Before we get into how to use them. So this is Wall of Motherfucker China. Now this is Corona Chan herself. She will like try to block any big attack. But no, this is Bermuda in 2020 we're talking about. It ain't no Neo Nectar with the new guy that gets 5k for each token. Like that shit's broken. My shit's average. And I still can't have Ellie? Jesus. I don't have a 100% win ratio either. But not my deck tier 0, it's tier 1.5. But I love it. They're my girls. They're my honeys, my milky cookies, you know. Alright, so her skill, right, is all players flip a G-Guard. For each 2 cards in hand, she gets 5k shield. You can counterblast 1 and get an extra 5k. So naturally, she's 40k shield. If you have a decent hand size, she can be 40k-ish shield. So she blocks 1 big attack. But she uses 2 of your G-Guard slots. Keep that down. Then we got this Mel. Now the reason why you run this Mel is you run Dismel and Leona for the same reason. Right, okay? So Dismel gives a unit resist and that it cannot be hit until the end of the turn. So that's very good. Right? And Leona will bounce the card back to my hand, and then I choose a card from my hand. I call it to the Guardian Circle. If I call the same card, if I call a card with the same name as a card that I bounced back, gets extra 5k shield. So Leona, you know, like she's there for the flair. I really love the purple text. It's mesmerizing. I'm sorry. All right, but these are the 2. These are the 2 cards you want to protect, and here's why. Right, they're your multi-attackers. So we have this meme in Vanguard going on that if you're a Force Clan that can only do 3 attacks, you're trash. Right? So Shadow can do multiple attacks. Riviere can do multiple attacks. DP? Question mark? DP can do multiple Vanguard attacks. That's about it. So like in this meme, DP is trash. But yeah, so you use either one of these 2 to protect one of these 2. You'll either get it back in hand, or I'll just be untouchable until the end of the turn. That's Leona for you. We covered Leona. We covered these 3, and now there's just one more, and it's my girl Shina Bikini Citron. And the reason why her is when she plays, I choose a card from my hand. I call it the rear guard, grade 1 or greater card, a unit card. I can't call no order card like a cheeky motherfucker. Anyways, if I call the card, she gets 10k shield. So she's 25k by herself. She's probably the pinnacle of basic shielding I have in my clan. That's how bad it is, guys. A cute little blonde girl is all I have. And yet people still run me the fuck over in a game where I have to play against Tachikaze. I gotta guard like 660k attacks. Alright. So out of the 3 cards that you want to call in the deck, that you ever want to call in the deck, are these 3 lovely honeys. Yes, Bobo is a honey. I'm declaring that Bobo is a female career elemental because he is of all nations, and there are no dudes in my clan. I am the only dude in my clan. I am the guild master. of like the Bermuda Triangle. Anyways, so you've got Carol. Yeah, I am so bad with reverse camera angles. I am sorry, guys. You've got Carol, right? Um, and with Carol, the thing is, when she's placed, if I'm on grade 3, Soul Blast 2, search out same copy of my Vanguard, add it to hand. It's pretty good. Can help. You know. Then there's her. It's useful in like decks that like are gonna resist, like are gonna retire things at like the end of a battle, or just if you just want to get a card out that has low shield. It's like, you know, Freya just has 5k shield, so like naturally just guarding with her. But if you can Citron her out, and then your opponent can't choose your cards by card effects, that's pretty nice. And the Bobo is just, if you want to flex by giving yourself a damage during your opponent's turn off Bobo, and make sure you got Counterblast to go on next turn. I've never Bobo during my opponent's turn, but these are the only like 3 cards that actually like do something when they're called. Alright, so that's the G-Guards. Pretty simple clan, right? No. Now we're gonna get into the top 5. Alright, to be honest, it's a top 3 because Alj and Riviere are there to flex. Like, there's no real it's the same interaction as it is with the rest of the strats. But here we go. So this is a basic Moigido deck. And now I have to get into the combos. So let me get out these girls, and let's say one of the no, I already have one of this on. So whatever, for whatever reason, let's get a. Here's one thing I really enjoy to do. All right, some Moigido, you guys know how it works. Counterblast 2, call 5 from hand and drop. They get 5k and they get the switchy. Right? So, what you normally want to call is, depending on how much soul you have, is as many Trois as you can. Because she's going to be your free re-attacker. And, she's, give me a second. Alright, I'm back, guys. Once a motherfucker get, you know? So, Moigido, you know, right, calls 5 cards. So now, naturally, dumb people, and yes, I say dumb people, because dumb people will think, that I called 4. It's not it. It's not the deck. You do that. Okay, I'm gonna call the Hanoi. I would. With Ricky's smug ass face. Game. Game 2? Game 3? Alright. But in all reality, here's why. Because the deck does use quite a bit of soul. And I'll do like a demonstration of what is the optimal hand. And then I'll do a demonstration of what is a bad hand. Yeah. So, what Trois has an interaction with all the strats is if you're a Riviere Vanguard, and let me show you the crispiest of honeys. The lovely Winter Star Riviere, whatever fucking name rarity this is with Crystal Winter Rarity, because it came out in Crystal Melody. But yeah, so if you have Riviere Vanguard, and you will have a Riviere Vanguard, as long as you have Riviere as your grade 3. Right. Unless you actually want to stride into Happiest Girl, who actually has Riviere in its original card name. Alright, so when G4 Riviere Vanguard swing, Soul Blast 1 restand. Alright, so naturally you can understand if when we're doing the Moigido, I have less than 3 soul. But I decided to call these out. Now I can call out 2 more cards. Naturally speaking, there's a 4th Trois in here. Right? Let's say if I have 3 soul, right? And I see 4 of them in my graveyard. I'm gonna be like, stroking my beard for luck. I want to call 4. But then what else do you call? You could call a Selena instead of one of the Trois, but but secret full awesome Omega tech that no one even fucking knows. You can call this. Yes, it's a critical trigger. Yes, it's a go to soul when your Vanguard swings critical trigger. But why is it important? Because you get to sequence your effects when effects activate simultaneously. So if 5 effects are activating all at once, I get to choose the chain link. I get to say the crit will go to soul first, my Vanguard gets power, I draw a card, and then I go Soul Blast, Restand, Soul Blast, Restand, Soul Blast, Restand, Soul Blast, Restand. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's as good as it gets with my Muigiro. I'm not like Grand Blue, where I can just bring out a Night Storm and have a 5th and have 6 Muigiro attacks technically. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can go up to, if I have 4 soul at the beginning of the Muigiro, I can do 11 swings. But I'm pretty sure with Muigiro, that Grand Blue can do more swings than that. I think the max Grand Blue has ever done. I think I took this from a Solemn Vanguard video. Was I think of 13 attacks. Yeah, 13 attacks. All right. So let's say you don't have much soul, right? You have 3 soul. So you're gonna call this. Now, if you're playing against Kagero, right? You use your big brain. If they don't have the graveyard set up in Kagero, game's over. But if they have some stuff in the graveyard, instead of calling Fortois, you're gonna call a Freya. Why you call Freya? Because Freya gives resist to your entire field, and Kagero turns into garbage. Narukami turns into garbage. Grand Blue turns into garbage. Yes, because you can't make the Cannoneer play. DI turns into garbage. Well, DI can't retire during my turn anyways. What else? I think that's all that retires. If you have ideal control, then so yeah, basically this is a Muigiro deck. So naturally, in most games, Muigiro is a great win condition, allowing you to swing from like, I don't know, like 9 to 11 times, given that you have proper resources. If of course all the Tois end up in the damage zone. It happens sometimes. It happens that a lot of Tois end up, but you filter and draw so much that like it shouldn't normally matter. Alright, let's get on to the next strat. Tear up, pretty simple. We'll do the same thing Muigiro will do with Trois. We'll restand a Muigiro. Except, restand a Muigiro. Tiro will restand Trois. Sorry. But here's with Tiro, unlike Muigiro, you can use Selena a little better. Because although they're not gonna, Selena doesn't keep her power-ups when she bounces herself to hand. I wish she really just re-stood. Restanding would have been much better. It's understandable. It would have been a little broken. But it's okay. So Tirua technically swings twice. Because she has her GB3, right? So she'll swing, restand, swing. So what you're going to do, right, is say you have these 2 on rear guard, right? And you got 3 other random cards. You're going to go swing, swing, Vanguard swing, restand, well, recall this, restand this, swing. Well, this will normally, depending on how good, like, and here's why I say it's situational, because normally you're going to have the force markers on just 1 circle. Normally you're going to have it on the 12 circle, right? But say you were feeling generous and you put 1 on the Selena circle, and you had 5 units, and your opponent doesn't retire any of your shit, and he doesn't, you don't get a crit, but he doesn't get a damage trigger. Ooh. So you could technically do, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you can do 8 attacks. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. It doesn't work if your opponent is smart and calls Hanali. That Hanali just like skewers your nuts off. Just be like, alright. So then, how to play against Hanali with this deck? It's really important to understand. Okay, so Hanali counts the 5th battle and more from your rearguard swings as costing counterblast 1. So you're gonna do 1 Vanguard, 3 Vanguard as 4, and then 5. Yeah. Or if you have, like, say, the Selena, right? You're going to do 1 Selena, 2 Trois, 3 Vanguard, 4 Trois. Selena's going to be gone by then. 4, sorry. So Selena, Trois, Vanguard, Trois, Vanguard, Trois. And Trois will only cost you 1 counterblast throughout the entire turn. And that's really nice. It has the same implication with this, but this is what I call my PG or die. If I rush you hard enough, if you're dumb enough to take enough damage, some people are, I will not name names. If you watch this video, you will know you are dumb enough to take enough damage to die to this. My boy Rick Ben, you are an exception. You've only died a few times. You've also wrecked my ass, so you've got immunity to this. So this is a legendary card called PG or Die. Why? Because if you drop anything else, I can just pop it. So you will place Guardian, I will respond. You will place Guardian, I will respond. You will place Guardian, I will respond. Of course, when you place Guardian, if I don't respond, you get to do the Guardian's effect. Even if I do respond, you get the Guardian's effect. But say, like, if it doesn't call anything meaningful to the Guardian Circle, I don't really give it out. Because normally my units will have resist. And yeah. Alright. Now that the intricate attack combos are done, let's get into the top 5 babes. Yeah, sorry, forgot to mention, this is gonna be a long video. This is how to play Bermuda properly. All right. So normally in a good hand, you don't want to see Trois. And trust me, there's a good reason why. Naturally, the best opening hand you can have sorry, my card just flew under the radar. Alright. So now I'm gonna shift the webcam over. Alright. So the best opening hand you could ever have in this deck. Remember, your starter is this cutie. Is 1 new Riviere, 1 old Riviere, 1 new Riviere at least, just to pop off combo. Superior right to grade 3, to grade 2. Your grade 3 searcher once you have grade 3, and Marijan. Now here's the reason why you don't want Riviere or Trois in your opening hand. A, you're gonna draw a lot. So I'm gonna have to really like shuffle the deck well or whatever. Those are grade 4s. Right. Let's shuffle. So I'm just gonna show you guys the way I do it. I have like maybe 300 matches with this deck. It's got a 50-50 win-loss ratio with Grand Blue. This Grand Blue is just, it can be very hard to kill. Especially now that they're going to be getting 25k Sentinels. That means they can just 1 card guard the Trois. Which is very annoying. Alright. So I drew, right? I'm just doing the optimal hand setup, and then we'll do a random hand setup. Say my opponent is a Vanguardian elitist. He will not give me damage. And he thinks he's the best because he plays Chaos Breaker. Now let's show him that Chaos Breaker's ass. Right? So say I win the dice roll just because optimal hand, show you the best possible thing going first, and then unoptimal hand is going second. Right? So I'll draw. Right, so in this instance, I drew Courage. Courage is nice, but we have the Busted Jesus hand, so we're going to ride this. Skill activates. I'm going to check top 7. So yeah, shuffled, and I got a grade 3. Add the grade 3 to my hand. Alright. So we technically broke even. Some people will say we +1. but I consider we broke even. Now I'm gonna do this. Soul Blast out the starter. Just Superior ride the grade 1. It's gonna force us to look top 7 again. We didn't get anything, but since I Soul Blasted the starter, I will draw a card. That's a strike. Alright. And now I'm gonna pitch Courage to do Selena's skill. And I'm gonna go get the old Riviere. Wow, why you get the old Riviere? Because we can stride lock our opponent, technically. Right, he's grade 0, I'm grade 2, I'll pass. Tiny Timmy swings unboosted, he has a Forerunner, puts the power on the Forerunner. So I don't take a damage, I draw. Alright, now I ride. So I'm going to get a Force Marker. Right? Let's say I'm going to put a Force 1 here on the rear. And because I rode on Super and I have Mermaid, I get to draw a card. So I technically still get my +1. Now here's something that you could do. You don't always want to call the Carol to the Boosty Boy spot because, like, let's call it in this instance, but you don't normally want to because you want to remember to always keep at least one of the grade 1 in the soul. I like keeping the old one because it gives me an SB right chain soul. Actually, no, sorry. My bad. There you go. You want to keep the grade 1s in soul. So I'm a Soul Blast 2. Go get another copy of Riviere. Now, why am I getting all my Rivieres out of the deck? Because consistency is key, and not drive checking dead cards is very important. Because then right, I'm gonna use Marijan's skill. So I discard, I draw a card. Of course, I always draw triggers. But then I'm gonna target the Riviere, and I add it back to my hand. And so now I'm gonna swing Twin Drive. Alright, now we have the 12 for next turn. I don't want to use the skill. I didn't get any triggers, there's no point. And then I swing for 20. And that's the ideal early game setup. I'll have to make a combo, like a Toa combo video with the Toa Bobo super synergistic combos later on. But that's idealistically the good hand opening. Now let's get a completely random hand and see what we can do. Now this is like fairly odd, and I'm going second. I'm playing against Tiny Tim, the Chaos Breaker Elitist. That he's not gonna give me any damage because he thinks no damage all the way. All right, now I'll top 5, and I'm allowed to mulligan. All right, so I'm gonna mulligan my heels away. Because we're not gold paladins. We don't auto stride no matter what happens. Yeah, this is a really bad hand. Yeah, I'll mull 4 back. Because I'm not sure I'm getting my pieces. And yikes, we're gonna G assist. But I want to show you that even in G assisting, even while you G assist, you can still do a lot of things, right? Tiny Tim goes, I draw. Yikes, okay, so show my hand. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, pass turn. Tiny Tim goes. Doesn't give me damage again. Now I draw. Now I G assist again. We can start making things happen. We can start. We're gonna be like a turn late, but it's okay. He's gonna reach grade 3 or whatever. But like, actually, let's redo that unoptimal hand because some hands are just unplayable. I had all my grade 2s in hand. If I had a Selena and I G assist and I find a grade 1, then I'm grade 2. Even if he's like a turn ahead, and then that's when I would have shown you guys the stride lock. Let's see. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to return 4 cards. Like I said, you don't want to see Trois early unless your opponent is dumb. I'm assuming my opponent is smart because he's Tiny Tim, the Vanguardian's Chaos Breaker expert, and he will never give me damage. Right? So I'm going second again. Right? Tiny Tim rides Unga Bunga. I go. Always me. So not normally when you ride a non-grade 1 Riviere, she moves back, but her skill, Courageous skill, you move her back, and then here's why I said that it's a copy of, in my deck profile, that's why I said it's a copy of the grade 1. Because it's going to go ahead and add this to my hand. And then I'll Superior Ride it. Soul Blasting this. To check top 7. My hand's looking a little... alot the grade 3. No need to push our luck. Because there was a grade 1 again. But, now I draw again. Hey, and see, even though Tiny Tim went first, I'm still generating pretty good hand advantage. Now you want to get the bad cards out of your deck, namely 5k shields. Alright. And so now I will pitch a garbage card to do the skill. Alright, remember he's grade 1. Alright, we're gonna swing. Trois. Alright, Tiny Tim rides. He's not gonna give me damage. Swing on yeah, he's gonna ride Photon Unga Bunga, swing unboosted, give power to Forerunner or whatever. So I draw string. Ooh. Alright, so now I have no damage, remember guys? Now we're gonna here's where we push Tiny Tim for damage. We're gonna show him that it's not okay to fuck with us. Tiny Tim has 7 cards in hand. And we're gonna try and kill him this turn. Gonna call this. Alright, gonna swing for 10. Tiny Tim's like, I'll get a defensive trigger. Doesn't get a defensive trigger. Swing, doesn't get a defensive trigger. Swing, bounce, call. Pitch. Re-ride. Swing, swing, swing. And win the game. And you can tell Tiny Tim to go fuck himself. Because we don't like Tiny Tims. We like positive Jimmies. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That was my little skit at the end. I really don't like McJoker. I find it's a trash clan. And it's a toxic archetype. People always say that like Bermuda ruined Link format. It did. And thank God. Because Bermuda hadn't stepped in, you know, man, some of our good boyos like Luard really didn't like Links, Victor didn't like Links, you know, like a bunch of decks just hated Links. Bermuda came in and said, yo, take my hand. You know, legit Ange was the queen of our salvation. And people insulted her and they got tiny Ange banned. Just big Ange. But big Ange is like, it's okay, take my hand. And people are still saying that today. Join the Bermuda cause and help a fellow brother pimp his deck out. If you have any Bermuda trades, leave them in the chat below. Thank you guys, and have a good day. Jiggy number 1, Jiggy number 2. Take care, guys.